Hello, grade 7. Welcome to Unit 3 Expressions and Equation. To continue our lesson, our learning objective for today is to learn how to solve equations with combining like terms. To start with, let's practice how to combine like terms. So, given expression for x plus 5, take a look first whether your term has the same last variable. So here, both 4 and 5 has the variable x. That would mean that they are like terms. So if they are like terms, then you can just add or subtract them. So in this case, because you have a plus symbol, that means that you are going to add. So 4x plus 5x is as simple as adding 4 and a 5, which is 9, and then just copy the variable, which is x. Another example will be the expression 4x plus 5y. I wrote y in red so that you will notice right away that the variables are different. 4 has the variable x beside it, and then 5 has the variable y beside it. That means that they are not like terms. If they are not like terms, you cannot combine them. You cannot add nor subtract them. So you cannot simplify them anymore. So you just copy it as is. Okay? So another example will be 8y minus 5y. In this case, the terms have the same variable or letter. So 8 has y and then 5 has y as well. So that means you can add or subtract them. So it's as easy as 8 minus 5 is 3, and you just copy y. So you have 3y. Okay, so now let's have a longer expression. This time I combine both. So what you do is you look at terms that are like terms. So 4x is like terms as negative xy because you have the variable x in it. Okay, so if you do not see a number, that means it's a 1. You just don't have to write 1. It's okay to write 1, but it's better if you don't. So this means that 4x and negative 1x are like terms, so you can add or subtract them. In this case, you have a minus symbol over here, so that means that you are going to subtract them. So it's 4 minus 1 is 3, and then you just copy the variable x and write it beside 3. Now, when you're done with that, that means you are now just going to solve the constants or just the numbers. So in this case, you have minus 2 or negative 2 and minus 6. So negative 2 minus 6 is going to be minus 8 or negative 8. Then you just put these two terms together. So your final answer is 3x minus 8. Okay, so you just put these two together. Another example of a long expression of combining like terms is this example over here. Again, group the like terms. So on this expression, 6 negative 6y, this is like terms with negative or minus 2y. So that means that you can combine these two terms. Okay, so that one and this, so it's like negative 6 minus 2 is negative 8. Then just copy the variable, which is y, negative 8y. Then you are done with them. Now it's just the 4 and the 5. They are both constants or just number, no variables with it. So now you can do it as simple as 4 plus 5, which is a 9 or plus 9. And then you can just combine these two terms. And then so now I write negative 8y plus 9. So these are your examples. The next slide are given problems that you need to solve. Okay, so here we go. Now, get ready with the pen and your paper. That means that you are going to simplify all 9 expressions same way that I did in my examples. Okay, so answer all of them. So pause this video, and then later on when you play it, Again, I'll show some answers and check if you have the correct ones. If they're wrong and you are not understanding and confused, please Google Hangout me or we can Google Meet. Just let me know. I am online all the time, okay, from 8 to 4 o'clock. If you want to ask questions beyond that, you need to ask for an appointment. Okay, so here are some of the answers that I am going to share with you. Number 1 is 3x. Okay, check your work. If not, remember, ask the question and ask clarification. Okay, number 3 should be negative 10x plus 4. And number 7 is 7x. Number 9 is negative 4x. Again, if you don't have the same answers, then it's time to ask clarifications. Okay, to continue, now that you know how to combine like terms, let's use what you know to solve equations. You already studied how to solve equations with this kind of expression. That was one strategy, and this time I'm going to teach you another strategy. So in this case, you have 4x minus 3 equals 3x plus 2. What your goal is to group like terms together. So you put the like terms on one side of the equal symbol. So in this case, at the left side of the equal symbol, I put the ones with terms with variables, and then on the right side are just the constants or just number alone without variables. So here 4x is at the left all along to begin with, so it stays on the same side, so I did not change anything. It's just 4x. Meantime, 3x jump to the other side or move to the other side of the equal symbol, and if a term does that, you need to change its symbol to the opposite. So here 3x is positive, so when it moves to the other side, it now becomes minus 3x. So now I have the equal symbol. 2 on the other hand is at the right side of the equal symbol all along, so it's still 2, but negative 3 or minus 3 went to the other side from left to the right. So when it moved to the right side of the equal symbol, minus 3 becomes plus 3. Now that you have grouped them, you can just simplify them. 4x minus 3x. 4 minus 3 is 1. You do not have to write 1. You just simply have to write x, and then this side 2 plus 3 is 5. Then you are done. So I'm just going to show you the equal symbol so that you know that some terms like jumped from one side of the equal symbol to the other, and then the red tells you when they do, and so I changed the color so you can see it right away. Okay, so as a summary, first, group like terms by putting like terms on the same side of the equal symbol. Number 2, when you move the term to the other side of the equal symbol, make sure you change its symbol to the opposite. So if it's a plus, then it becomes minus. If it's a minus, it becomes a plus. Then after you have done that, you can simplify. Okay, so I'm going to give you another example, and the rules are still on the right side, so you can easily read what you have to do. So here now we have the equal symbol, and I draw the line so that you can easily see the jumping around of some of the terms. So here 5x. Okay, so 5x is on this side all along, so it stays the same, 5x, but minus 2x was moved to the other side, so the minus 2x becomes plus 2x. And then here minus 4 is on the same side, so it's still minus 4. On the other hand, plus 10 came from the left side of the equal symbol, so when it moved to the right side, it becomes minus 10. Now that we have grouped the like terms, we can now simplify. 5x plus 2x, 5 plus 2 is 7, and then we just copy x. Negative 4 minus 10, same symbol, so it's negative 14. Now we are to one-step equation. This is 7 times x. We use the inverse operation to solve the problem. So we're going to use division to solve it. So now we're going to divide both sides by the coefficient 7. So we divide 7 both sides. Okay, 7 divided by 7 is 1. Again, you do not have to write the 1. So this side, left side, is just x. Negative 14 divided by 7 is negative 2. And you are done. Okay, if you're confused, just go back a little bit and listen again to the instructions. I still have one more example for you. Okay, so here's another example. Again, here are the instructions in words and you can just read them. Okay, now I'm going to draw the line. Okay, let's group them. Negative 3x is at left, so it's negative 3x. Negative 8x move to the other side, so that's plus 8x. Equals symbol. 5 here is at the same time. I move plus 5 to the other side, minus 5. Now they are now grouped. Okay, so let's simplify. Negative 3 plus 8 is 5, and then we copy x. 5 minus 5 is 0, and then now we're down to one-step equation. We divide both sides by 5. Okay, 5 divided by 5 is 1, so x. 0 divided by 5 is 0. Okay, now this is the last. Get your paper and then solve the following equations. I will not provide answer here, so show all your work so that I can help you when I look at your work. Solve all of them. Okay, pause the video here. When you are done, take a photo of your work. So that means that there are 2 sets of work that you need to submit to me. Upload them in ManageBac. The task title is Virtual School, Solve Equations by Combining Like Terms. I will see you in Google Hangout or Google Meet. Bye!